Kobe Bryant famously hired a coach named Todd Herman, who helped him design the Black Mamba persona in 2003. Kobe had hit a low point in his career during this 2003 season because of a public crisis with sexual assault allegations calling into question Kobe's character. His entire life was in the public eye in a way that he had never experienced because he was drafted into the NBA at 18 years young. After a few years being in the NBA, when this crisis hit the public eye and all of the media, he really needed to separate his identity on the court from what was happening off the court.
Why did he come to me? So he was going through what I considered an ego death. His entire world was falling apart in 2003. The reason I call Kobe's challenge an ego death is because what he was actually playing through since he came into the league was the innocent archetype. He was the kid that came out of high school. He was the 18-year-old. And so he got a lot of leeway because of that. Well, that entire world got destroyed. That's why there was an ego death that was there.
So who he thought he was is very clearly in the media and everything he's seeing, no longer aligned with that image of who his belief is.
And are you gonna fight against that? Are you gonna still try and play through the innocent? No, you can't, because that world's gone. That's gone. We as human beings are what are called open loop organisms. We feed off of the emotion of, another human being in the room. Okay, we do that, we're open loop. All mammals are open loop. Well, that's kind of popped in my head when I was working with Kobe, and I'm like, oh, if I'm thinking about an alter ego, it should be a closed loop organism. And a closed loop system is a snake or a spider. There is no, they don't get energy and emotion off of another snake or a spider. So when I said that to him about we need to create a closed loop identity, we need to shut off all emotion or all energy from other people, because that's the thing that's trapping you right now. That's what actually flipped in his head. And then the Black Mamba came afterwards.
Now, I just use Kobe as an example from pop culture that we all know, but to me, this is actually a little deeper than even something as cool as winning NBA championships and being one of the best basketball players of all time. This is actually going to affect all areas of your life. Even down to the way you walk into a room with your friends and family, you'll start to realize that you're not just inside of a character when you do that, but the way you're interacting with them is predetermined by these brain pathways that are just wired into the circuitry of your nervous system. And from there, you'll start to realize you can actually craft yourself in every individual situation of your life. However, you can't really do this unless you're willing to do a lot of work. Now, this is not